Krishna Krishna Krishna. Bhagavadgita Adhyaya 16 Shloka 5 and 6. These two shlokas are connected. They show, therefore, let's study them together. Ashastravihitam ghoram tapyante ye tapojanaha dambhahankara sanyuktaha कामरागबलान्विताः कर्षयन्तः शरीरस्थम् भूतग्राममचेतसः मां चैवान्तः शरीरस्थम् तान् विद्यासुरनिश्चयान् The chapter is known as Shraddhatraya Vibhaga Yoga. There are three types of Shraddhas: Sattviki Shraddha, Rajasi Shraddha, and Tamasi Shraddha. In accordance with these three Shraddhas, there are three types of Nishtha also. One's Shraddha determines his or her Nishtha. Shraddha determines Nishtha. The three Shraddhas were briefly discussed. In Shloka 4, if somebody has Sattviki Shraddha, then he will follow the injunctions of the Shastra to the best of his knowledge and ability, and therefore he will be worshipping the Devatas, etc., as enjoined by the Shastra. And if somebody has Rajasi or Tamasi Shraddha, they will violate the injunctions of the Shastra and worship Yaksha, Rakshas, Preta, Bhuta, Ityadi that are not enjoined by the Shastra. And by this, Bhagavan has answered Arjuna's question. In Shloka 1, Arjuna had asked, what is the Nishtha of those people who violate the injunctions of the Shastra? Still they have Shraddha. It is answered indirectly. Since they violate the injunctions of the Shastra, their Shraddha cannot be considered Sattviki Shraddha. It is Rajasi or Tamasi Shraddha. And those who have the Rajasi and the Tamasi Shraddha, they can be grouped under Asura category, as we have seen in the previous chapter. Therefore, those who have Rajasi and Tamasi Shraddha, their Shraddha can be called Asuri Shraddha. Such Shraddha has to be avoided. Instead, one should cultivate Daivi Shraddha, which is Sattviki Shraddha. Now, in Shloka 5 and 6, Bhagavan is elaborating on the Asuri Shraddha, which includes both Rajasi and Tamasi Shraddha. The people who have Asuri Shraddha, what kind of practices they do, it is being described. See the shlokas. Ye achetasaha janaha. Achetasaha janaha. Achetasaha means avivekinaha. The people who have this kind of Shraddha, they lack in viveka. They lack in the understanding of the right and wrong. What is truly good for them, what they should really do, they lack in the understanding. Such people, dambhahankara sanyuktaha, they are endowed with dambha and ahankara. Dambha means pretentiousness in virtue. Pretentiousness in virtue, meaning making a show of one's greatness, one's good qualities, etc., is called dambha. We have discussed dambha earlier in the previous chapter also. And ahankara, self-conceit, they have such asuri qualities. Kamaraga balanvitaha, also they have kama, desires, and raga, attachment, and these two are their bala. They are driven by kama and raga. They are the bala, the driving force. They are impelled by desire and attachment. So desire means you want an object that you do not have. If you are seeking an object that you do not have, it is desire, kama. Attachment refers to the clinging to an object that we already have. It is the difference between kama and raga. These two are their driving forces. All they do is determined by their kama and raga. And of course, the kama and raga will lead to krodha also, hatred also. We can include hatred, lobha, greed, irshya, envy. All these are implied by kama and raga. All such asuri qualities, kama, raga, dvesha, all are asuri sampat. And they are their driving forces. Sharirastham bhutagramam karshayantaha. They torture the bhutagrama. Bhutagrama refers to the senses. The senses in our body. The senses are called bhutagrama because they are made of 5 elements. They are an assemblage of 5 elements. They torture their senses, their own senses, by doing some extreme mortifications, which are not enjoined by the Shastra. So they torture themselves, their own body, their own senses, their own mind, etc. And also, antasharirastham mam cha karshayantaha. They torture me referring to Bhagavan. They torture the Bhagavan also, who is present in their own body. Antasharirastham. The Ishvara is present in all our bodies. As Krishna will say later on, Ishvara sarvabhutanam hriddesherjuna tishtati. Ishvara is present in our own bodies. These people, they torture even the Ishvara. Meaning, they do not recognize, they do not acknowledge the presence of Ishvara in their own body. If you do not acknowledge the presence of Ishvara in your own body, it is as good as torturing the Ishvara. We should acknowledge the presence of Ishvara in our own body and treat the body as a shrine of Ishvara. The body should be kept pure, physically as well as spiritually. Whereas these people do not keep the body pure, they keep the body dirty, thereby they do not recognize the divine presence in this body. Ashastra vihitam ghoram tapaha tapyante. They do some tapas. Tapaha tapyante. What kind of tapas? Ghoram tapaha. very terrible austerities, severe austerities. And such severe austerities are not enjoined by the Shastra. They are ashar. Tan asura nishchayan vidhi. Understand them as asura nishchayaha. Means they are the people who have asuri shraddha. Asura nishchaya means asuri shraddha, referring to rajasi and tamasi shraddha. Next shloka, shloka 7. Aharastvapi sarvasya trividho bhavati priyaha yajnastapastatha danam tesham bhedamimam shanu. Now, Bhagavan is talking about certain other things in connection with Shraddha. He talked about the three types of Shraddhas. In addition to the three types of Shraddhas, Bhagavan finds it relevant in this context to discuss three types of ahara, three types of food, and also three types of yajna, tapas, and dana, respectively. See the shloka. Sarvasya aharaha api. Everybody's ahara, the ahara that the people consume, the food we consume, also is trividhaha priyaha. Trividhaha aharaha priyaha bhavati. Three types of ahara, food, are loved by three different types of people. Some people like sattvika food. Some people like rajasa food. Some people like tamasa food. The people that the sattvika people like is sattvika food. The people that rajasa people like is rajasa food. And the people that tamasa people like is tamasa food. That is how Bhagavan discusses three types of food. And then yajnaha, even yajna is of three types: sattvika, rajasa, and tamasa. Tapaha and also tapas is also of three types: sattvika, etc. And danancha, even dana is three types. Tesham imam bhedam shanu. Their bheda, their differences. Imam Shanu, please listen. Bhagavan is going to explain in the next few shlokas three types of ahara, three types of yajna, three types of dana, and three types of tapas. In the next three shlokas, he is talking about three types of ahara, three types of food. Shloka 8, Bhagavan discusses sattvika ahara, sattvika food. Ayus sattva balarogya sukha priti vivardhanaah rasya snigdha sthira hridyaah ahara sattvika priyaah. Sattvika priyaah aharaah. The ahara which is liked by sattvika people, meaning the sattvika ahara. So what kind of ahara is sattvika ahara? It is being described. The quality of the sattvika ahara is being described. Ayus sattva balarogya sukha priti vivardhanaah. The food which increases certain things, certain qualities. Number one, ayuhu. It increases longevity. If one eats a sattvika ahara, one can have a longer lifespan. And sattvam, sattva refers to mental strength. It increases mental strength. And bala, bala refers to physical strength. Arogya, health. Sukha, sukha means the bodily comfort. If one eats sattvika food, it gives comfort to the body. You don't eat, you don't feel uneasiness in the body. If you eat certain type of food, it causes some uneasiness in the body, some discomfort in the body. Whereas after eating sattvika food, one feels an ease and pleasantness in the body. The body feels light and pleasant. And preeti. Preeti means mental pleasantness. It gives satisfaction to the mind. It keeps the mind pleasant. That kind of ahara. The food that is vivardhana. Vivardhana means the food that increases these qualities. Ayuhu, etc. Rasyaha, tasty food. They have good taste, means cooked to taste with the proper amount of salt and other ingredients, spices, etc. Snigdhaha. Snigdhaha means soft, not very dry, not very hard and dry, soft. It can be easily gulped and digested. Sthiraha, steady. Steady means sharire chirakala sthayinaha. The commentator says, sharire chirakala sthayinaha. They stay for a long time in the body. Means they are nutritious. Nutritious. If we eat a nutritious food, it stays for a long time in the body, not in the stomach, in our body, as the component of the body. Sthiraha and hridyaha. So hridyaha means they have pleasantness, pleasant in terms of appearance, in terms of smell, etc. See, rasyaha. Rasyaha means they have good taste. They are pleasant in taste. Hridyaha means they are pleasant in terms of appearance, smell, etc. And thereby they are pleasant to the heart, pleasing to the heart. Even when you see the food, it looks pleasant. Even when you smell it, it looks pleasant, it feels pleasant. Even when you eat it, it feels pleasant. That kind of food. Aharaha sattvika priyaha. Such ahara, such food is liked by the sattvika people. Therefore, they are sattvika ahara. Shloka 9. Katvam lalavanatyushna तीक्ष्णरूक्षविदाहिनः आहाराराजसस्येष्टाः दुःखशोकामयप्रदाः Now, Bhagavan talks about Rajasa Ahara. Rajasasya ishtaha aharaha, Rajasa aharaha. The food which is liked by Rajasa people, they are Rajasa food. What kind of food? Katvam lalavanatyushna tikshna vidahinaha. These foods are katu. Katu means bitter. bitter in taste. Amla, amla means sour. Lavana, saline. And atyushna, excessively hot, very hot. Tikshna, pungent, very pungent. Ruksha, dry. And vidahinaha, they burn the mouth as well as the stomach because of being too spicy. Dukkha shokamaya pradaha, they bring about dukkha, physical pain, means physical discomfort. Means they may be difficult to digest. Once you eat them, they cause discomfort in the stomach. And shoka, shoka means mental discomfort. After once one eats them, one may feel an unpleasantness in the mind. So bodily discomfort as well as mental discomfort. And amaya, they bring about amaya, means roga, disease. They cause some diseases also. Dukkha, shoka, amaya pradaha. They cause dukkha, shoka and amaya. Physical discomfort, mental discomfort and diseases in the long run. As soon as you eat, they will bring dukkha and shoka. In the long run, they cause diseases. Aharaha rajasasya ishtaha. Such food is rajasasya ishtaha. They are liked by the Rajasa people. Therefore, they are Rajasa food. Now, Tamasa food. Shloka 10. Yatayamangatarasam Putiparyushitanchayat Uchchistamapi chamedhyam Bhojanam tamasapriyam. Rajasa food, tamasa food, the food that is liked by tamasa people. Tamasa priyam bhojanam, food liked by tamasa people. It is described yatayamam, yat yatayamam. It is yatayama. According to the Vyakhyana, yatayama is ardhapakva. It is not properly cooked. It is half cooked, inadequately cooked. Gata rasam, it is tasteless. Puti, stinking. It has a bad odor. And paryushitam, cooked overnight. It was cooked yesterday or a few days back, and it is kept in the fridge. After a few days, You take it out of fridge, heat it in the oven and eat. From the standpoint of Shastra, it is tamasa food. The food should be cooked fresh. Uchishtam. Uchishtam means defiled food. Refuse means somebody has eaten from the same food and the same food somebody else eats. It is called uchishta. You eat the leftover of somebody else, or two people are eating in the same plate. It is also uchishta. And we have our own table manners, Bharatiya table manners. The food has to be touched in a proper way. You don't serve with the same hand that you are eating. And you don't take food from the plate of somebody who is already eating. So we have our own table manners. So the Westerners have some different table manners. Perhaps they don't have much knowledge of uchishta. But in our Shastra, uchishta ahara is considered tamasika. Therefore, in order to avoid making the ahara uchishta, one should follow proper discipline. Discipline while serving, discipline while eating. So, uchishtam and amedhyam. Amedhyam means ashuchi, impure food. Amedhyam literally means any food that cannot be offered. The food that cannot be offered is amedhya. Madhusudana Saraswati says, Mamsadi, Mamsa etc., non-veg etc., it is tamasa priya ahara. Thus, three types of ahara, three types of food are discussed. And these food, the type of food that we eat, determines our mental disposition to a large extent. If one has to develop sattvika tendencies, he should eat sattvika food. On the other hand, if he keeps eating rajasa and tamasa food, he will have the asuri tendencies. It will be difficult to get rid of asuri tendencies if one keeps eating rajasika and tamasika food. That is why Bhagavan has discussed three types of food. Now he talks about three types of yajna: sattvika yajna, rajasa yajna and tamasa yajna. In Shloka 11, Bhagavan talks about sattvika yajna. अफलाकाङ्क्षिभिर्यज्ञः विधिदृष्टो य इज्यते यष्टव्यमेवेति मनः समाधाय स सात्विकः। सात्विक यज्ञ यज्ञ can refer to any form of yajna. It may be the fire sacrifice, or it can also refer to the puja that people do in the temple or in their own house. So, what makes it satvika yajna? Aphalakankshibhihi. Satvika yajna is done by aphalakankshi. It is not done with the expectation of result, meaning it is nishkama. It is done as an offering to Ishvara. Yashtavyam eva iti manaha samadhaya. And the attitude while performing satvika yajna is yashtavyam eva iti. It should be performed. I should do this yajna. This is the attitude of the one who is performing the yajna. This yajna is told by the Shastra. Therefore, I should do this yajna for my own good, for my own inner growth. With this attitude, he performs the yajna. Manas samadhaya. Manas samadhaya means with the focus of mind. While performing yajna, he remains focused. He involves himself with the yajna. He does not do it with the distractions. The fire of yajna is burning, but he is watching video in his mobile. It is not a proper yajna. So he keeps his mobile phone away, keeps the TV away, does not talk to other people about things. He fully remains focused while chanting the mantra, while offering the oblations. He remains focused and he does it with the devotion. Manas samadhaya. Vidhidrishtaha. Vidhidrishtaha means following the injunctions of the Shastra. Here also, Bhagavan is answering Arjuna's question in Shloka 1. The Sattvika Yajna is the Yajna which is done in accordance with the Vidhi. Thereby also, we can understand those who violate the Shastra, their commitment is not Sattvika. Vidhidrishtaha, following the injunctions of the Shastra, yaha yajnaha ijyate, the yajna is performed, saha sattvikaha, that kind of yajna is called sattvika yajna. Next shloka, shloka 12. Abhisandhaya tu phalam dambharthamapi chaiva yat ijyate bharata shrestha tai yajñam vidhi rajasam. Rajasa yajna, it is described. He Bharata Shrestha, Bhagavan addresses Arjuna. He Bharata Shrestha, the greatest among the descendants of Bharata. Arjuna is the greatest among the descendants of Bharata. Therefore, Bhagavan addresses Arjuna as Bharata Shrestha. Phalam abhisandhaya. Tu means unlike the sattvika yajna. Tu indicates vailakshanya. Unlike the sattvika yajna, the sattvika yajna is done aphalakankshibhihi, without seeking any material gain. Whereas Rajasa yajna is done phalam abhisandhaya, seeking a material result, seeking the material prosperity, or seeking even swarga phala. Phalam abhisandhaya, it is done. Or apicha, also sometimes it is done dambhartham. It is not done for any phala, not done for any adrishta phala, but it is done just for a show, dambhartham, in order to make a show, pretentiousness. I am doing a lot of yajna. You want to put photographs in Facebook. That is why some people do yajna. Dambhartham, it is done for the sake of dambha, for ostentation, for making a show of one's virtue without being sincere. Yat ijjate, yat yajnam, yat ijjate. So the yajna which is done thus, tam yajnam rajasam vidhi. Understand that such yajna is rajasa yajna. Bhagavan described rajasa yajna, and we have to understand, if the yajna has to be sattvika, it should be free from rajasa and tamasa qualities. In addition to what is told in Shloka 11, it should be free from what is told in rajasa and tamasa, what is told in Shloka 12 and 13. Then it is sattvika yajna. That means, if there is phalabhisandhi, if there is desire for a result, then that yajna becomes rajasa. So to be sattvika yajna, it should be free from any material objective. It should be done purely with the Ishwararpana buddhi. It should be done as an offering to Ishvara. And also, it should not be done with the dambha. It should not be done as a show. In contrast with the, dambharthamapi. Rajasayajna is told as dambhartham. Whereas in Sattvika Yajna, Bhagavan said, Yashtavyam eveti. Yashtavyam eva. I should do this yajna. It shows the sincerity of the person. Whether anybody sees it or not, I should do it. Whether anybody recognizes or not, I should do it. So, Yashtavyam eva indicates it is free from dambha, free from an expectation of recognition from others. He may do the yajna even if others don't see it, even if others do not recognize. Then Shloka 13, Tamasa Yajna. Vidhihinam mantrahinam shraddha virahitam yajnam tamasam parichakshate. Tamasa yajna. Vidhihinam. Vidhihinam means Shastra vidhi is not followed. The injunctions of the Shastra are not followed. Again, this answers Arjuna's question. Ye Shastra vidhi mutsrajya. So, vidhihinam. And asrishtanam. Asrishtanam means annadanahinam. As a part of a yajna, one is supposed to do annadana. Food should be given to everybody who attends the yajna, who visits the yajna. But in this yajna, there is no annadana. The food is not cooked at all to offer to the people. And mantrahinam. Mantra is not chanted properly. Sometimes the mantra is chanted without proper swara, etc. Sometimes the mantra is played on record. So, mantrahinam, no proper mantra is chanted. And adakshinam, one of the important components of yajna is dakshina. The ritviks, the priests who perform the yajna, and also those who attend the yajna, they should be given, one should give dakshina to them. Dakshina is money given to them. So there is a certain amount of dakshina that has to be paid to each of the ritvik. So he does not give dakshina, and even if he gives dakshina, he gives very less, not substantially. Even that kind of yajna is tamasa yajna. Shraddha virahitam, it is devoid of shraddha. He does not have proper shraddha. Yajnam tamasam parichakshate. Such yajna is called tamasa yajna. Therefore, one can understand, if the yajna has to be sattvika yajna, it should not be like this. It should be it should not be vidhihina. Proper vidhi should be followed. Annadana should be done. Mantra should be chanted properly. Dakshina should be given properly. And it should be done with proper shraddha. So, in connection with the proper yajna, there is a shloka in Mahabharata. Kritsnastu mantro vidhivat prayukto yatha yathokta stiha dakshinascha annapradanam manasas samadhihi panchatmakam karma phalam vadanti. This shloka occurs in the Shanti Parva of Mahabharata. So, there Bhishma says there are 5 components. Only if these 5 components are fulfilled properly, the yajna gives its proper desired result. So, first of all, mantraha kritsnaha. The mantra should be chanted properly and completely. Number 2, vidhivat prayuktaha. The procedure of the yajna should follow the vidhi of the shastra, the injunctions of the shastra. And the third one, dakshinaha yathoktaha. Proper dakshina should be given. And number 4, annapradana. Food should be offered to the people who attend. And manasas samadhihi. The 5th component is manasaha samadhihi. Mind should be focused. So, only when all these components are fulfilled, it becomes sattvika yajna. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.